I have this amazing, outgoing, free-spirited sister.
Here's up, everybody. The Teddy Hart special we was going to watch earlier today is on now on USA. So I'm surprised they showing it. This has recently, been on Peacock, and they it's actually on there now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try to get this finished like quickly. So yeah, this. So we're gonna try to make this quick. Pay attention to it. But if I didn't just unbelievable. I just thought it would just be something else, but they actually showing this. So it's called Dangerous Breed. So yeah, this is unbelievable.
Hi, my name is Frederick Croach, and I'm an independent filmmaker. Rolling, shot 42, take one. I don't think I chose to be a filmmaker. I think filmmaking chose me, ultimately. As a kid, my dad gave me a camcorder. It's not now.
Wow.
I went to film school, and I just kind of never stopped. I literally can't do anything else.
So first, we're going to start with the Milwaukee Bucks. Then we're going to talk about Survivor Series. The results of it. There's not that much of news that's out there, but this game with the. We'll talk about it now because didn't get the chance to yesterday because I was at the game, and yeah, it was interesting. It was all Bucks and like Grayson Allen, unbelievable. He was shooting his butt off, so yeah, he had the hot hand that first half.
I don't know if Teddy.
Although Dallas looked like they was gonna come back a little bit in the third quarter, but the Bucks kind of separated themselves after that, and kind of like the same thing in the fourth quarter, but they really separated themselves. And afterwards, they rest their players, and Dallas tried to come back a little bit, and they end up winning the game by 9. 115 to 124.
3 years before he met
That's the final score of that.
That's when I first started filming Teddy Hart.
Let's get to the stats. Dorothy Smith, 13 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 6 from 3, 5 of 9 from the field. Mr. D. Willie with 22 points, 2 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 of 6 from 3, which is not bad, and 8 of 13 from the field. Luka Doncic had 27 points, 12 assists, so he has a double-double, 5 rebounds, 3 of 7 from 3, 10 of 20 from the field. So, yeah, wow. Christian Wood, he was really explosive off the bench, and they gave him a little over 32 minutes. So 21 points for him, 1 steal, 2 assists, 7 rebounds, 2 of 6 from 3, 8 of 17 from the field. Then Josh Green got something a little bit started for the bench. 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 of 2 from 3, 2 of 3 from the field. So yeah. So at least they had a little bit something to their bench going on, and everybody played. And I think it was the same thing with the Bucks. Like everybody played. except for the ones that are injured. So, oh God, Serge Ibaka is injured. Well, they said it probably was like the flu-like symptoms or something, not COVID, but it was non-COVID illness. So it might have, oh, excuse me, probably would hit him hard.
And they do what's called work, taking a scripted performance and convincing the audience that
Grayson Allen with 25 points, 1 block, 2 steals, 5 assists, 7 of 8 from the 3-point line, 8 of 10 from the field. Giannis Antetokounmpo with the game high, 30 points, 1 steal, 4 assists, 11 rebounds, so double-double for him. 8 of 10 from the free throw line, so he did pretty good on that. 0-2 from the 3-point line, which I'm not expecting much, but 11 of 19 from the field. Brook Lopez with 13 points, 4 blocks, 1 steal, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 of 3 from 3, so that's very good, and 5 of 7 from the field. Javon Carter with 14 points, 1 steal, 6 assists. Oh, excuse me. 3 rebounds, 2 of 5 from 3, 6 of 11 from the field. That's not bad either. Drew Holiday with 16 points, 3 steals, 6 assists, 1 rebound, 2 of 6 from 3, 7 of 16 from the field. So, yeah. And Bobby Portis from the bench, he had 15 points, 1 assist, 10 rebounds, so he had a double-double. 1 of 5 from 3, but 7 of 12 from the field. So field goal is doing pretty good, and we do expect more from our bench to, at least stepped up, because it's like one of them had a bad game and somebody from the bench can't step up. But then again, it's like they didn't play everybody not that many minutes. So what you do, they played Jordan over 11 minutes. Sandro and the Gutowski, sorry if I said his name wrong, 7 minutes. George Hill, the most minutes out of the game, 15 minutes, from the bench. And 10 minutes from, almost 11 minutes, I should say, from Pat Connaughton. And, they need somebody better that can score from the bench. I don't know if it's Joe Ingles that's going to be that person that's going to step up on the bench when he returns. But Serge Ibaka been showing promising things that he can step up on the bench when he's playing, when they let him play. So hopefully when he comes back, he'll play, and who knows what's going to change when Chris Middleton is going to be, in their lineup. Ooh. Sorry. Who's going to be out of the lineup? Will it be Grayson Allen or will it be Javon Carter that's going to be on the bench and can give up that, that second scorer that they need? Who knows? Wednesday they got the New York Knicks. And they're on the road for that one, so one road game before they come back. For I think they got there's 2. Let me look. I
asked these wrestlers, how did you become a wrestler? And they told me that you had to go to a wrestling school. It was come through here.
Let's see. I just gotta wait for it to like come up. This is why I'm not on Twitch today because I want to. Because I knew I was gonna need the phone for something like this.
And his name is Teddy Hart. You guys are gonna look like my prostitutes when I'm done with you. And of course they said yes.
Oh wow.
I sent him a text and he just asked me to come to his mansion to meet him. I'm not sure if I would have used the term mansion.
Let's see, go to the schedule.
And I just started recording everything.
Yeah, because Wednesday they got the New York Knicks on the road, which will be a 6:30 game.
There's weed paraphernalia.
They got Friday. They got the Lakers at 6:30 on Friday,
and about 50 to 100.
and Saturday they're on the road, and they got the Charlotte Hornets.
Remember, this guy will fucking kill the other guy to his house. He catches this one.
So yeah,
Just like in the jungle. I never realized captains start to exist.
2 road games after they go back at home. So they got a lot of away games in December. So
he's a pro wrestler, and his side hustle is reading and selling and training curtain show cats.
yeah, just crazy. Let's go to the standings. I know it won't be like I'm not gonna talk about like the scores and stuff today, but I am gonna talk about the standings.
It takes a little more love and time and affection to get them to do what you want them to do. But if you can win them over, to me, they're the more intelligent.
From the bottom to the top on the West, got Houston, San Antonio, Oklahoma City Thunder, Los Angeles Lakers. Right now, it looks like Spurs got the biggest losing streak in the NBA right now with 8 losses. That's of course they lost 4 straight, including to yesterday's game, Bucks. Minnesota, Golden State,
Teddy was always smoking massive, giant blunts.
Utah Jazz. Oh, they really dropped. Portland, Sacramento, LA Clippers, New Orleans, and Memphis are tied for 3rd seed. Denver in 2nd, and Phoenix is 1st. Now let's go to the East. From the bottom to the top. Detroit, Orlando, Charlotte, Chicago, Knicks, Heat, Brooklyn. Atlanta is tied with Washington for the 7th seed. Toronto, Philadelphia, yeah, what a climb they had since the beginning of the year, and they just beginning of the season, I should say. So they climbing up. Got the Pacers, Cleveland, of course, us, Milwaukee, and Boston. Right now, I think Phoenix and Boston are tied for the winning streak with 4.
That I met at the airport. He makes all natural cure for diabetes, and he does it from the.
Like I said, once again, that game was 115 to 124, Milwaukee over Dallas.
Be a good, compelling story here. It was too weird not to be.
So hold on, I'm trying to look for like Saturday's Survivor Series results. So let me try to look for that.
Wrestling royalty. His uncles were professional wrestling superstars. I'm talking about Jim the Anvil, Neidhart, the British Bulldog, David Boy Smith. and the most popular being Bret Hart.
Oh, it's his uncle.
And show it on TV.
Biggest wrestler.
Yeah, they actually are.
He was.
I thought it was Bret Hart's son, but it's actually his uncle.
Well, we can watch it probably back tomorrow when we get back.
Yeah.
Wrestling was everything. It was their entire world. The Hart House has professional wrestlers going in and out of it all the time. They would train in the basement, which became known as the Hart Dungeon. Imagine what it would be like for Teddy growing up in this family. It was expected that you were going to become a professional wrestler.
Let's see.
Ever since he was a little kid, Teddy trained in Hart Dungeon.
There we
When he
go.
was a teenager, he
The
opened the
results.
first wrestling school of his own.
This is the place now that I've come up with. A place where kids can learn professional wrestling safely and in the proper surroundings.
He was the best of that next generation.
We're gonna kick off with the women's war games. Advantage.
He was so good that the WWE had signed him on contract at 18 years old. He was the youngest.
Oh, they did
wrestler
sign
ever
him.
signed for a WWE contract.
Because he wasn't coachable. Wow.
He could have been a great wrestler except for his complete lack of discipline. One of the most, which is a pretty good wrestling promotion to end up in. And so he had been in
But
this
Bianca's team, of course,
multi-wrestler
won that match.
cage match. And he started performing off the top of the cage these moonsaults, which is a very high risk maneuver. The first one was part of the script, but then he started to repeatedly climb back up and do another one. And another one.
Ooh.
He'd gone completely off script. They no longer know what's going on. You know, it obviously shook the wrestlers. So he starts repeatedly doing these moonsaults to the point where he starts to make himself sick and just throws up in the ring. It was so outrageous and so disgusting and so upsetting that after the match, he goes back to the locker room and the wrestlers just kick him out of the arena. I mean, physically, the wrestlers band together and remove him.
Wow.
That is sort of the height of unprofessionalism. No one wanted to hire him after that. It just become too toxic. But it also gains him this notoriety with fans. And he starts to develop more of a cult following after that because, hey, Teddy Hart's going to be there. Who knows what's going to happen?
Okay. Finn Balor versus McIntyre lost tonight.
10 years ago, the recipe for a good reality show is needed to have one crazy character that just elevated the crazy of that universe. So when I met Teddy, I was like, this is it. This is Mr. Crazy.
Let's see the the SmackDown Women's Championship match. Rousey and Shotzi. It was a good opportunity for her, and I thought she did pretty good. Ronda Rousey still retained.
It had the Jersey Shore element. It had wrestling, and it had cats. What I didn't realize is that years later, Teddy Hart's ex-girlfriend, Samantha Fiddler, would go missing. And that footage I was about to shoot, shut the camera off.
Triple threat match was next. The champion Seth Rollins versus Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley, and shockingly, I was wrong about this one. Austin Theory did win. And now the main event of the Terry and Kevin Owens. As y'all saw the ending of it, Sami Zayn gave Kevin Owens the low blow. did the Hulua kick, his finishing move, then told Jey Uso, go ahead, it's all yours. So they jumped on the top rope and pinned Kevin Owens 1, 2, 3. And y'all saw the match that happened today with Kevin Owens versus Jey Uso. Kevin Owens won. There's only one story I want to read.
Jen is my show. She's an athlete. She's a canine athlete.
No, not the tryouts.
To Buffalo, I was speeding.
And of course, but I will mention this afterwards. It seems like
high quality dog food that
like Roman Reigns was upset with Kevin Owens. I guess it was a move that was done and it like messed with his eardrum.
And so we switched. I know that she has a good coach, good energy overall.
Yeah, he
She's smart as hell,
was
but I
upset
do
with that.
everything to make sure that she's the best dog she can be.
Discoveries at St. Jude helped this kid beat cancer at age 2.
And now this kid has kids.
And that's what we do at St. Jude.
Yeah, that's what I want to read. Update on plans for the next WWE draft.
Could last a lifetime.
Buy more, save more, qualifying appliances like the LG Kitchen Suites.
Let's see.
Get
The
$300
time for
off
usual WWE draft already come and gone. The last 3 years, the company has been pledged to shake up in October. With the 2021 annual official taking effect after Crown Jewel pay-per-view, superstars from Raw and SmackDown will await their fate. As WWE officials assign each talent to the red or blue brand, effective alternative makeup of each roster. In addition to the draft serve as an opportunity for newer faces to debut or return to the main roster, with some spots allowed for NXT talent to be called up. Follow the Classic Castle in September, but did not. According to Dave Mesmer, there's a tournament aim for this year's draft to take place either September or October, with the date that was even talked about at one point. However, they just didn't pull the trigger on it. Fightful Select freely reported that initial plans of the September roster swap were later confirmed, that some of the discussions took place about holding it off until, well, their next official draft until early April 2023. While the entire superstar shakeup hasn't taken place since last year, WWE has seen a handful of lineup changes for Raw and SmackDown over the previous few months. Last month, Rey Mysterio was traded to the Blue brand as Baron Corbin moved to Raw, with Hall of Famer JBL on the side.
I've never attempted to do something this ambitious before.
The most talented have renamed their designated brands. Some wrestlers occasionally float between shows, including the undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns. His corresponds to Bloodline faction and the WWE. That would be something that would be interesting them to do it like after WrestleMania. So I guess they probably wanted to stop because they want to do it early. That's why they probably didn't do them at all. So I can understand that.
Prepare yourself for war. You guys talk about it all the time. It's time you deal with the guys that never sold their soul, that love wrestling and will make wrestling once again the most entertaining sport on earth. It's the rebirth, third generation heart, the angel of death. I'm talking to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna get to it again. Teddy Hart was really difficult to film. I was always trying to get Teddy to get out of his wrestling persona and be a real person.
I'm starting to see what you're trying to get at now. I'm the youngest guy in the world to ever sign a contract with WWE and be basically cast aside.
When I met Teddy, it was a time in my life when I had decided I did want to become a professional, TV producer. I wanted to make something that could have broad appeal.
My abilities are some of the best in the world, but my big mouth has cost me. I'm ashamed sometimes of things I've said in the past. But is that some reason to not have a career in wrestling?
A lot of it, I think, had to do with him wanting to find redemption with his audience. He had
Oh, he was
screwed up a lot
okay.
of
Triple H
times
said
in
he
the
wasn't
public eye,
completely sure
and
Survivor
he
Series
wanted
would be
to
the
come back.
permanent setup.
I got 1 year to impress them.
I don't think we're done with
I don't know if I
anything,
can
he
do it.
said. I
That's why
think that's
asked you
when
to
we
be
look
with
at
me.
it together
There's
as
no
a
better
whole and
fucking
about
guy
what's
to
best for our
videotape than
fans
me.
in the
Fans are
moment.
making it.
Sometimes
This
stuff
is the
needs
most
a break
impossible
for a
mission
while.
I've Rocky Balboa, but a real life story of it. This is my fucking life.
So we'll see how it goes next year. You know what I mean?
Teddy runs this wrestling school at his house called the New Heart Dungeon. And I just needed
But
to give
like-
him one little easy to say soundbite. And he can't do it.
Sorry.
He's so stoned, he can't even speak.
This is the New Heart Dungeon, where Teddy Hart calls home.
Let's give it a bit of pride. Just like, this is the New Heart Dungeon where I live. No, just like that.
This is the New Heart Dungeon, where Teddy Hart lives.
I think we're probably just gonna end it here, guys.
Where I live.
We want to thank our sponsors, Art from the Heart and Moving Dudes. If you're like in Wisconsin area,
This is the New Heart Dungeon.
get a hold of Moving Dudes with 414-807-4299 and check out Art from the Heart on Facebook.
This is the New
Don't
Heart
forget to
Dungeon,
like and subscribe
where I live. Cool.
and
Shut up, you snake.
try to get a lot more people to subscribe, please.
I was
So
curious about all these wrestlers.
we'll do more. We'll do more things as the
I believe Teddy's students would
weeks
pay
and
good
months
money
to come.
and be in his wrestling school.
I think we're like 238 subscribers, so hopefully we can get more.
Wrestling at the so-called wrestling school.
But just gonna end it from here and thank y'all for watching. Until the next video, y'all have a good one.
My cats. And if you catch